Have you ever noticed how some men don't chase, don't beg, don't over-explain, and yet women seem magnetically drawn to them? It's not their looks, it's not their money, and it's definitely not because they're trying harder. In fact, it's the opposite. These men understand something subtle, almost invisible about human psychology. They know that attraction doesn't grow in desperation, it grows in boundaries. And here's the uncomfortable truth most men don't want to hear. The moment you make a woman the center of your world, you quietly remove yourself from hers. High-value women aren't searching for a man who is available at every second, who reshapes his personality to fit her moods, who sacrifices his standards to avoid conflict. They are searching for emotional gravity, for presence, for a man whose world feels solid and self-contained. And that solidity begins with psychological boundaries. But here is the darker psychological truth. Boundaries are not about controlling her. They are about controlling yourself. They are invisible lines that communicate one powerful message: I value myself. And nothing attracts a high-value woman faster than a man who genuinely values himself. Part 1 begins with the most misunderstood boundary of all: emotional independence. Most men believe attraction is built through constant reassurance, texting all day, explaining their feelings in paragraphs, making sure she never doubts how much they care. It feels romantic, it feels safe. But psychologically, it shifts the dynamic. When you rely on her responses to regulate your mood, when her delayed reply makes you anxious, when her attention determines your confidence, she can feel it. And high-value women are extremely sensitive to emotional dependency. Watch what happens next when a man becomes emotionally independent. He enjoys her company deeply, but he does not need it to feel whole. He has hobbies, ambitions, friends, routines. If she cancels a date, he doesn't crumble. He calmly adjusts his schedule. If she's distant one evening, he doesn't interrogate her. He gives space without panic. This isn't coldness, it's stability. Psychologically, this creates polarity. When a woman senses that your happiness is self-generated, she relaxes. She no longer feels the pressure of being your emotional caretaker. Instead, she feels curiosity. Who is this man whose mood doesn't fluctuate with every text? Why doesn't he chase validation? That mystery becomes magnetic. High-value women live in a world where many men overextend themselves. They compliment excessively, they agree with everything, they overinvest early. Emotional independence breaks that pattern. It signals abundance, not scarcity. And human psychology is wired to move toward what feels scarce and self-assured. But here's where most men sabotage themselves. They confuse emotional independence with emotional unavailability. They go silent. They act distant on purpose. They try to appear unaffected. That's not a boundary. That's a performance. And high-value women can sense performance instantly. True emotional independence is calm, not calculated. It's warm, but grounded. You can express desire without clinging. You can care deeply without collapsing. You can walk away if your standards aren't met, not to punish her, but because you genuinely know your worth. And something powerful happens when you adopt this boundary. Conversations become lighter. Attraction feels effortless. She begins investing more, asking about your life, initiating plans, seeking your attention. Not because you manipulated her, but because your emotional steadiness created safety and intrigue at the same time. This is the first psychological boundary that instantly shifts how high-value women perceive you. And it's only the beginning. Not preferences, not wishes, standards. There's a quiet shift that happens in a woman's mind when she realizes a man has standards he will not bend for anyone. It's subtle. She may not even consciously register it. But emotionally, something locks into place because standards signal discernment, and discernment signals value. Most men approach high-value women as if they are applying for a position. They try to impress, they try to qualify, they silently ask, "Am I good enough for you?" But the psychology of attraction flips when you communicate without arrogance. You also have to be good enough for me. Watch how powerful this becomes. When she shows up late repeatedly, you don't laugh it off while feeling disrespected inside. You calmly say you value punctuality. When she speaks to you with sarcasm that crosses a line, you don't swallow it to avoid tension. You address it directly, without aggression. When she tests you with inconsistent effort, you don't overcompensate. You mirror the energy and observe. But here is the darker psychological truth. High-value women test boundaries unconsciously, not because they want to manipulate you, but because they are scanning for strength. They want to know if your confidence is real or performative. If you fold at the first sign of discomfort, she doesn't feel secure. If you react emotionally, she feels instability. But if you remain calm and firm without hostility, something primal clicks. She feels grounded. Standards create emotional polarity. They create tension, the good kind. The kind that makes her lean in instead of lean away. And this is where many men sabotage themselves again. They think setting standards means delivering ultimatums, raising their voice, threatening to leave. But that energy reeks of insecurity. True standards are quiet. You don't need to announce them dramatically. You simply live by them. For example, if honesty matters to you and she lies, you don't debate for hours. You don't beg for explanations. You step back. Your actions communicate your boundary more loudly than words ever could. And when she realizes that access to you is conditional on respect, she begins to value that access more. Psychologically, humans attach deeper value to what can be lost. Now here's where it becomes even more magnetic. When a woman senses that you are selective, that you are not desperate to lock her down at any cost, she experiences a subtle shift from evaluation to investment. Instead of you chasing her approval, she begins wondering how she can maintain yours, not because you're playing games, but because your behavior demonstrates self-respect. High-value women are used to attention. They are used to men bending. What they rarely encounter is a man who is warm, interested, yet completely unwilling to compromise his core values. That combination feels rare, and rarity fuels attraction. But don't confuse this with rigidity. Standards are about protecting your peace, not controlling her personality. You're not trying to mold her. You're simply observing whether she aligns with your world. And that detachment, that willingness to walk away if alignment isn't there, creates emotional tension that feels powerful and masculine. Something fascinating happens at this stage. She begins to test less and invest more. She respects your time. She becomes more consistent. She mirrors your emotional stability because deep down, she feels safer with a man who has edges. And this is only the second boundary. There are deeper psychological layers to uncover. And the next one is the one most men never master. Time is the one resource you can never replenish, and yet most men give it away freely in the early stages of attraction. Immediate replies, always available, rearranging their entire schedule at the slightest hint of her attention. It feels generous, it feels romantic. But psychologically, it communicates something dangerous, that your time has no hierarchy. High-value women don't just evaluate how you treat them. They evaluate how you treat your own life. Watch what happens when a man protects his time with quiet discipline. He doesn't cancel his workout because she suddenly wants to FaceTime. He doesn't abandon plans with friends because she's bored. He doesn't text endlessly throughout the day when he has work to focus on. Instead, he engages fully when he's available, present, attentive, intentional. And then he returns to his world without guilt. But here's the deeper psychological shift. When your time feels structured and purposeful, she feels like she's stepping into something meaningful, not into a void waiting to be filled. Humans are wired to value what feels earned. When access to you isn't constant, it becomes intentional. And intention creates weight. If you are always there, always responsive within seconds, always ready, the dynamic slowly flattens. There's no tension, no anticipation, no sense of rhythm. High-value women live in abundance. They have options. They have attention. What disrupts their pattern is a man whose life does not orbit around them. And here's where most men misinterpret this boundary. They think protecting time means playing games, delayed responses on purpose, artificial scarcity, ignoring her to create anxiety. But forced distance feels manipulative, and emotionally intelligent women can sense the difference between strategy and self-respect. True time boundaries are not about withholding, they are about prioritizing. When you're with her, you're fully with her. Phone down, eye contact steady, energy focused. But when you're building your business, pursuing your goals, training your body, or enjoying your solitude, you're equally present there. You don't fragment yourself to maintain constant contact. Psychologically, this creates something powerful: anticipation. She begins to look forward to your calls. She feels the gap between interactions, not as neglect, but as space. And space allows desire to breathe. When everything is constant, attraction suffocates. When there is rhythm, closeness, then space, then closeness again, emotions deepen. But here is the darker psychological truth. If you don't protect your time, she will unconsciously lose respect for it. Not because she's malicious, but because people mirror the value you place on yourself. If you treat your schedule as disposable, she will too. High-value women are deeply attracted to men who are building something. Not just financially, but mentally, physically, spiritually. When your time is aligned with growth, it radiates ambition. And ambition, when balanced with emotional stability, becomes irresistible. Something subtle begins to happen when you embody this boundary. She starts adjusting to your rhythm. She plans ahead. She respects your focus. She invests in the moments you share because they feel intentional, not automatic. And the most fascinating part? When you stop making her the center of your schedule, she begins wanting to be a meaningful part of it. This is not about distance. It's about direction. And we're only halfway through the psychological shifts that change everything. Most attraction doesn't die in silence. It dies in how you handle tension. Here's what high-value women watch for, not consciously, but instinctively. When there's disagreement, do you shrink? Do you over-explain? Do you rush to fix everything just to restore harmony? Or do you explode, dominate, and try to win? Both extremes quietly destroy attraction. But here is the darker psychological truth. A woman cannot feel deeply attracted to a man she does not respect. And she cannot respect a man who abandons himself the moment there is friction. Watch what happens when a man holds his emotional frame during conflict. She raises her voice. He doesn't match it. She withdraws affection. He doesn't beg for reassurance. She challenges his opinion. He doesn't crumble or lash out. He listens. He responds calmly. And if something crosses a line, he addresses it directly, without cruelty, without theatrics. This boundary communicates something powerful. My emotions are under my control. And emotional control is magnetic. When you remain grounded in disagreement, you create psychological safety. Not the kind that comes from agreeing with everything, but the kind that comes from strength. A woman can relax with a man who doesn't collapse under pressure. She can express herself fully without fearing chaos or instability. Now here's where most men misunderstand. They believe maintaining their frame means suppressing emotion, acting stoic, being detached. But suppression is fragile. It cracks under pressure. True emotional boundaries mean you can feel anger, disappointment, or hurt without being ruled by them. You can say, I don't appreciate being spoken to that way, calmly. You can step away from a heated moment instead of escalating it. You can hold eye contact without defensiveness. That composure sends a signal deeper than words. This man is solid. And solidity breeds desire. But there's another layer. High-value women often test emotional stability unconsciously during conflict. Not because they crave drama, but because they are assessing resilience. Can this man handle intensity? Can he protect both himself and the connection? If you overreact, attraction drops. If you submit instantly, attraction drops. But if you remain centered, something shifts. She feels contained, not controlled. guided, not dominated. And here's the most powerful part. When she realizes that disrespect leads to distance, not drama. That crossed boundaries result in calm withdrawal, not emotional chaos. That you are willing to walk away from repeated disrespect rather than argue endlessly. Humans respect what they cannot manipulate. When you protect your self-respect consistently, attraction stabilizes, it deepens, it matures. Because now the dynamic isn't built on emotional volatility, it's built on trust in your strength. And this is where all the boundaries connect. Emotional independence makes you whole. Standards make you selective. Time boundaries make you purposeful. Self-respect in conflict makes you unshakable. Together, they create something rare. A man who does not chase validation, does not bend under pressure, and does not lose himself in pursuit of attraction. High-value women are not attracted to perfection. They are attracted to psychological stability, to a man who knows where he ends and where others begin, to a presence that feels grounded, deliberate, and self-contained. And here's the final truth most men overlook. Boundaries are not walls. They are filters. They don't push the right woman away. They draw her closer. If this shifted the way you see attraction, then you're beginning to understand the deeper game, the psychological one. Subscribe if you're ready to build presence instead of chasing approval. And tell me in the comments, which boundary do you struggle with the most?